Today is the start of our vintage trailer renos.
Yeah, we're just kind of getting started. So today is going to be more so about just clearing all the remaining junk out of it and then getting a deeper dive, an assessment about what's broken, what needs to be replaced and fixed and upgraded.
Yep. And then we're going to make a list of all of the projects that we kind of want to tackle this winter and give you guys and gals an idea of
Our vision.
Our vision. Hey, we're Nadine and Matt, and we've been traveling the world together since 2017. Over the last couple of years, though, we've slowed down to start a family and have our baby, Elliot. But now we are ready to hit the road again, so we've purchased a vintage 1977 fiberglass trailer. Join us as the renovations begin. Stuck. All right. Well, the trailer is now in our garage, which is nice.
It fits.
It does fit. And this is where we'll be working on it all winter, which is great.
It kind of stinks in here.
Yeah, it does smell. So cleaning. Cleaning is, I think, probably going to be step one. Now, before we brought the trailer home, we got a chance to test it out a little bit on a 2-day camping trip to Raft Traver Provincial Park on Vancouver Island. Trillium 4500 manuals.
This is our warranty registration for our fridge, just in case we have any problems with that.
Oh, okay. We should probably test our propane.
All right, let's turn on some propane.
What?
Let's light some fires.
Wait, let me open this first. Oh. Oh.
So that works.
Great. That's good to know because, you know, we need to cook.
Okay, I see a flame.
Oh, yeah.
That seems to work.
Hey.
Cool. Here's a list of all the authorized service centers in North America for our propane heater.
Oh,
Two-sided.
wow.
This was before Google, I guess.
Let's talk about the mirrors. This big mirror here, which is actually a really nice one. Another mirror right across from it, which I don't really know why you need that. And then over here, a third mirror. I don't get it. So we'll probably be removing 2 of those mirrors.
Okay, so step 1, I think, is to just clear a bunch of the stuff out of here that was left behind. Empty all these drawers, get everything out, including the cushions, because we don't really know what we're going to do with the cushions, do we? Are we going to reupholster them? Keep the foam?
I am definitely thinking reupholster. Hopefully the foam's in good condition. It feels like it's fine.
Okay, so the original table, I'm not sure exactly how it worked, but I'm pretty sure this would like pivot up on this rod. It would like swing up like that and then latch into something that was just screwed into these holes. Man,
This table.
it's so janky.
It's such a janky table.
So I think it used to attach to something there, but now it's like...
It looks like there's like holes there.
Yeah. So it was changed so that this whole thing pulls out, and now this just like wedges in this little slot. And then you have to grab this bar, put it in here, and then line it up with the underside of the table and hope that the other side doesn't fall out while you're doing this. And then you can put one of your leaves back in. But it's terrible. It's just terrible.
We'll need to redo this whole table setup.
Bye-bye table.
Thank you.
They just full on screwed into our cabinet door there. But we are planning on replacing these anyways.
Yeah, so
Because they're a little tattered.
they just look hideous. We'll still figure out the latch situation because these are like, they're pretty good latches. Maybe we'll salvage the latches and see if we can repurpose them. People have also been asking why we didn't get a trailer with a toilet. We have plans. This cubby, I'm thinking, is gonna be my toilet cubby. That's the plan. We're gonna put a toilet in. It's not gonna be glamorous, but it will be a toilet.
We never showed you guys how we set up the bunk.
Yes, let's set up bunk.
Okay. So there's these 2 poles, metal poles. They just slide into these little divots in the fiberglass shell on the bottom. this folds up. This folds out. And then you just pop those poles in. Super easy. Just like
Just like
this. Just like that. There we go. Like that. There we go. And then one person can sleep down here. I can even fit.
So does that mean I get the mini bed?
You know, I might be more comfortable this way. We'll discuss. Do you think this will hold me?
Oh God. All right.
It's a little shaky. It's a little squishy. That works. Could keep like some snacks up here for in the middle of the night.
So let's talk the bunk situation.
Yeah, what are we gonna do about this? So right now, obviously, we have one small child, 14 months old. We're not gonna be using the bunks for a long time.
Yeah.
Until we have a second child, which is the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan.
But I think we might just take this out. This top bunk, completely take it out in the meantime. Because our plan was to set up the pack and play on this lower bunk, right?
Yes. So we gotta test out to see if the pack and play fits, but we need to put some sort of rail on it so the pack and play doesn't like
fall over, like teeter off or something.
And then once Elliot's big enough that he doesn't need to sleep in a crib, then it's already just like you have a safety rail.
Like a toddler rail.
Yeah, but then he can come out.
And then long-term solution with 2 kids, we
build out bunk beds. We're gonna put rails. We're gonna put a ladder. There'll be a bunk system. That's
down the
typically
road, yeah.
what people do. And what I've seen done is people put a crib. So we would build out a crib on the bottom for baby number 2, but then Elliot would be up on top.
So I think we start by just pulling this out of here.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping this top bunk doesn't fall on me when I take out these last screws. All right. Don't kick the bar.
We've been toying between either putting in blinds or curtains or roller shades, and I think we're leaning toward curtains again, but we want to do blackout curtains because if you have kids, you know they take naps during the day, and also in the summertime when it's like doesn't get dark until like 10 p.m. and it gets light again at 4 a.m. we want blackout curtains. So we'll redo these, replace the rods so they're a little bit more stable because they just literally slide off like that, which every time we drove this trailer, these curtains fell off. So new curtains.
Do you think our heat gun's gonna blow the breaker or burn up the wiring in this trailer?
You have it plugged into the trailer?
Yeah.
We'll
put it on low.
Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should.
I'll put it on low.
But where's the breaker in the trailer?
I don't know. I don't even know if it has a breaker. I'm sure it has a breaker.
But then what
no, it's in this. It's in the power converter. It's actually probably like a fuse or something. Okay, well, that didn't really do what I wanted it to do.
What is this? Oh,
A knife.
that's actually a really nice
Wow.
knife. It's a good thing we found it before the kids did.
What are we gonna do with these shelves?
I don't know. We're gonna let it show. So here's the dilemma. That shelf over there is a disaster.
I'm almost thinking we get rid of all this and just do open shelves.
Oh, this whole thing is like falling off.
Like, why? Who did this? It needs a lot of work.
A lot of work.
Or to be completely rebuilt, maybe.
Probably to be completely rebuilt. So if we completely rebuild it though, then we run into the dilemma of the fact that this shelf is in okay condition. Like this one would be fine to keep. But then we'd have two like mismatching like shelving styles.
Well, the question is, I think, do you want doors on the shelves like this and have it closed in, or do you want just open shelves?
I like the idea of drawers because I feel like things are just gonna get like messy if like you can kind of like hide your stuff, you know, like hide the mess, you don't see it.
The problem I find with these is now it's so awkward to get at all this stuff in the back. It's not practical space. And then you have wasted space behind this, there's like a bulkhead piece of plywood.
Yeah.
And so this is all unusable space back there. I think it's more practical and more usable space for it to be open. And I think if with enough of a lip on the front of this and with proper bins that fit well in there, I don't think it's gonna fly or be messy.
So what do you guys else think we should do? Should we do just open shelves for the whole trailer, or should we enclose in the shelves? Let us know in the comments what you think we should do. Last project, last thing,
Are we gonna do the floor?
the floor. Are we gonna tackle it?
I say let's go for it. It can't be that bad, right? Famous last words. See, it's like not even stuck.
Oh yeah. Wait.
And our plywood floor isn't even screwed down.
Okay. Well, okay. All right. So what is it? It's just like a peel and stick tile. Oh wow.
Little vinyl tiles, and they're coming up pretty easy. So, but yeah, we're discovering that our plywood isn't exactly attached to the trailer floor. So I don't know what that's about. So we've discovered something about the floor as we're taking up these tiles.
Oh my. I can't.
You're having a little trouble.
I'm stuck.
I don't know what's going to be the best thing to use to get rid of all that adhesive that's left behind.
Was this a bad idea? How are we gonna get all of this glue? Is that what it is?
Whatever glue that they use on the bottom of these tiles.
It's now all on the bottom of my shoe. How?
I don't know. What best thing?
Oh my
Alcohol?
gosh.
So here's a little interesting find. In this front cabinet, you can get a look at the original shag carpet that would have been in here when the trailer was built. This lovely orange and yellow and brown shag carpet still have a little bit stuck to the walls. Maybe we should go back. Is that a no?
Why would you put carpet on a camping trailer that you're gonna take outside and track dirt and mud and rain and water and... Well, we've got ourselves a project.
I think a bit more of a project than we were expecting, right? Although I think maybe that's how these things typically go.
I feel like that's how these things typically go. Yeah, we'll have a lot of things to work on over the winter.
It'll keep us busy.
Lots of videos for you guys and gals, so make sure you are subscribed to watch all those. The transformation will be worth it.
Yeah, just look to the finish line.
All right, the finish.
Eyes on the prize.
Bye.